welcome to Brilliant Creatures.
This is the show where you can meet some of the world's most amazing animals.
I'm Stephen.
I'm Gail.
And here are some of the stars on today's show.
OK, we're moments away from putting this crocodile to the test to discover if the death roll is fact or fiction.
In Do It Yourself, we show you how to make a spider ladder so you never have to pull the plug on one again.
Meet some brilliant marmosets that eat envelope glue.
And believe it or not, we try to hypnotize chickens. It's all coming up on today's Brilliant Creatures.
There is an animal that walked the earth with the dinosaurs. An animal that spent 135 million years adapting into one of the world's most brilliant killing machines. An animal that more than lives up to its deadly reputation. That animal is here right now in the Brilliant Creatures studio. It's a crocodile.
This is a Nile crocodile, and when he's fully grown, he could reach up to 6 meters in length. And I know he's nowhere near that size right now, but I can tell you, just being this close to a crocodile is absolutely terrifying.
You do feel intimidated, don't you?
Really scary.
Now, he may look slow-moving and clumsy, but we have been informed that crocodiles can really shift.
Now, there are loads of myths and legends about crocodiles. You might have heard of crocodile tears or even of crocodiles that smile. But have you ever heard of the crocodile death roll?
Well, the thing is, crocodiles have a very special technique for ripping chunks off their prey. What they do is they take a big bite, they hang on tight and then spin around and around in the water, ripping chunks of meat off its victim. That's the death roll.
So we're going to put it to the test and see if we can recreate the crocodile death roll right here in the Brilliant Creatures studio.
But because crocodiles are such brilliant killers and because occasionally people feature on their menu, putting the death roll to the test with this particular crocodile could be a fatal mistake. One we are not going to risk making.
So over here is a dwarf crocodile. Now, he might look pretty small to you, but I can assure you this thing could rip your hand off if it wanted to. It really is lethal.
Now, to put a bit of distance between me and those teeth, we have some rope here. And at the end of the rope, and I want to keep this well away from the crocodile so he doesn't see it, we have some meat, okay? Now, we know he's going to want to eat that. Now, because I'm going to have to hold on tight to the rope, I'm going to put these gloves on so the rope doesn't rip my skin when the crocodile, fingers crossed, starts to spin. Okay.
Okay, right. I'll tell you what, this
now
one's
I am
more
feeling
scary.
nervous. Okay.
Oh, no.
Are you ready?
Chuck it in then.
Here we go.
Oh dear.
Get ready. Oh boy.
Don't do that.
Oh, look, he's got it!
Oh, he's spinning! That's amazing!
So when put to the test, you can see that the crocodile death roll really is fact, not fiction.
Card 10 of 10. Name: Stenatinus insignis. Also known as the bombardier beetle. Special power: bomb blaster. The bombardier beetle fires irritating and stinky gases out of its rear end when threatened. The gas blasts out at the same temperature as boiling water, scalding the attacker and driving him away so the beetle can make its escape.
Creepy crawlies in your bath. What do you do? Option A, save it using one of many methods. The towel. The paper and glass. The hero. Yeah. Or option B, take the easy way out and flush it away. Or option C, my favourite, and trust me, it will be the spider's favourite too. It's the Brilliant Creatures Spider Ladder, which allows any creepy crawlers in your bath to make a clean escape.
And as this is the part of the show where we tell you how to do it yourself, we're going to show you how to make one.
We certainly are. Now, the first thing you need to do is get your hands on some straws. Now, any straws will do. We're going to use about 5 of them. And you need to cut these 3 centimetres in length. So let's measure them up and carefully cut them. There we go, like that. And these are going to make the rungs to your spider ladder.
Now you need to get yourself a piece of string about 3 meters in length and fold it in half. Just join the ends like that, and that'll fold it in half. Then get a piece of sticky tack and stick it to a surface because that makes it much easier to work with. Now, those bits of straw that you just cut, you take one of those.
There you go.
Thank you, Stephen.
That's all right.
And you thread one end of the string through one end of the straw, just like that. And the other end of the string through the other end of the straw, like that. And then get both ends of the string and pull. And the piece of straw will move up your string. Now, you need to leave quite a big loop at the top because this loop is what you're going to hang over your bath taps. And you keep doing that with all your bits of straw.
Here's another bit.
Thank you very much.
That's all right.
One end through there. And one end through there. And pull. And just carry on with all your bits of straw.
Until your spider ladder is long enough to go from your tap all the way down to the plug hole. Now, to neaten things off and to make sure that none of the rungs fall off the ladder, what you need to do is take the two loose ends and just tie a knot just like that. Make sure it's nice and secure. And to neaten it off, just snip off the two loose ends very carefully, there and there. Now, there's just one more thing to do.
And that's to put it onto your bath taps. Take the loop at the top and slip it over the tap, and you're all ready to go.
Now, if you fancy making your very own Brilliant Creatures spider ladder and get some very cool facts about spiders, then check out the Brilliant Creatures website. We'll give you the address at the end of today's show. What you need to do is find Do It Yourself, which is just there. Click on that like that, and then you need to look for spider ladder. There it is. So let's click on that one just there, and then you get all the information that you need.
So why not do it yourself and make your very own Brilliant Creatures spider ladder and make spiders in your bath a thing of the past. That is disgusting. Envelope gum tastes horrible, doesn't it? But believe it or not, there is a brilliant creature that's mad for it. In fact, this brilliant creature needs envelope gum in order to make brilliant babies. But which creature is it? Well, let's find out.
Well, it's these Silvery Marmosets. They look incredible, don't they? They're like small dolls. Now, the gum they eat is called Arabic gum, which is used for many things, including making the sticky bit of an envelope. Now, in the Brazilian rainforest where the marmosets live in the wild, they get the gum from the trees in which they live in, and they use their specially designed chiseled teeth to scrape the gum from the tree. But here in Jersey, there are no gum trees, but it's a very important part of their diet. So the big question is, where do they get the gum from? At the shops. This is Arabic gum, and Jersey Zoo buy pots of the stuff to feed to the marmosets. Now, the only problem is the gum is far too big and too hard for the marmosets to eat in this form. So, here in the kitchens of the zoo, the keepers get cooking. First of all, we need a measure of the gum and some recently boiled water. Be very careful with this, like that. Then you give it a stir and you must leave it to dissolve. Now, this takes about 24 hours, but when it has dissolved, it should look something like this. Look, it's like a sticky syrup, isn't it? Wow, I wonder what it tastes like. It tastes... It tastes awful, you know. But apparently the marmosets love it. It's feeding time. Okay, the moment of truth. Do Silvery Marmosets really eat the same stuff that is used to make envelope glue? Let's find out. Dinner. Absolutely. They love it. Brilliant.
Right, now for the final time, this is the part of the show where we're going to put your and Stephen's animal knowledge to the test. We're going to play you an animal call, and you've got to guess which brilliant creature made that noise. Come on, Stephen, you've got to make up for lost time.
You've loved this part of the show, haven't you?
He loved it because he's so bad at it.
OK, I scored 2 out of 10, but this is the very last time. I could pull it back.
OK, have a listen to this.
Now, you wouldn't make the last one so easy, because it does sound like a snake. Is it a snake?
It's not a snake.
Surprise,
have another
surprise.
listen. Come on, have a go. It's not a snake. And before you say it's not a pig.
OK, it's not a... Oh, go on, what is it? I don't know.
It's a cockroach.
Cockroaches don't hiss.
Well, hiss and cockroaches do, and I can prove it to you because I've got some underneath here.
I knew you had something on
Oh, look at these guys. Aren't they horrible?
there. They are.
And guess what, Stephen? You're going to hold one. Go on. Be a big, brave boy. There you go. Now, if you push it on its back, it should make that hissing noise. Oh. There you go. Hissing cockroaches. Brilliant creatures.
During the making of this series, I've seen the impossible happen.
Oh, look, and it's gorgeous.
Met animals I never knew existed. Oh, a true monster of the deep. And got close to some of the most brilliant creatures on Earth.
It's your dinner time.
Woo! But there's one thing that's still bugging me. Chickens. It's Gal's fault, really. She casually said to me it was possible to hypnotize a chicken just using a piece of chalk. Now, it sounds crazy, doesn't it? But apparently it can be done. So that's the final Brilliant Creatures Challenge, to hypnotize a chicken. So come on then, Gal, what do we have to do?
OK, I love this. It's so clever. Get that piece of chalk.
Right.
Next, and then show it to the chicken like this.
Right.
Take the chalk down to the floor and draw a line away from the chicken's beak. Hopefully the chicken will watch. Mine's not very interested. And just keep drawing a line. And look, he's concentrating so hard on that. Now take your hands away really carefully. And that is one hypnotised chicken. Look at that.
It's just like it's frozen, isn't it? Look, just still.
Now, the reason we think this happens is because the animal concentrates so hard that it just freezes. Look at it.
And how do you wake him up?
Just click your fingers and he should come round.
No, here we go. What is that all about?
amazing.
Look, he's even shaking his head. That is incredible. Oh, you wouldn't have believed it unless you saw it with your own eyes, would you? And you have done here on Brilliant Creatures. Oh, boy. So there you go. You can hypnotise a chicken just using a piece of chalk. Challenge accomplished. Well, that's it for today's show, isn't it?
If you want to check out our website, then the address is at the bottom of your screens now.
And we'll see you very soon to meet more of the world's most brilliant creatures. See ya!
Well, that's it for this series.
But we'll leave you with some of our favourite moments, plus some of the bits you might not have seen.
Well, I'm no Dr. Doolittle, but the Brilliant Creature Challenge today.
He just won't let go. Look at that.
Lie down.
And then give her a command to the right or the left.
What's the right again?
Way here.
Oh, he's going for it. Oh, he did it! Wow! Did you see that?
As I just mentioned, it can take to the air and glide. Now, I forgot my words, so I didn't know I was going to fall down that little hole.
Oh, wow, it's going through. That's amazing. This belongs to Beefy. Come on, Beefy. Look at the size of him. Beefy's gone that way.
And the next single one.
I'd have to admit that I can be a bit mouthy at times, but I've got nothing on this guy.
Can we move on?
Make a hiss.
Put it in her mouth.
Wow! Did you see that? That is
Fantastic.
unbelievable, isn't it?
Was that smashy?
Well, there are other brilliant creatures that would love the thought of living in a dark, warm place, including this guy.